Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator, and we're looking at the M1 Carbines from RTI. They definitely raised their prices on their M1 Carbines as of lately. So yeah, M1 Carbines have been pretty hot. Midway USA had advertised M1 Carbines coming over from Italy, and they sold out within about a couple days or so in the price ranges of $1,500 to about $2,000. So with that demand and people wanting to pay higher prices, it's no doubt that other places that have M1 carbines in stock raise their values. Are the M1 carbines from RTI really worth the almost $2,000 price tag? So this is the unboxing of an M1 carbine I got from RTI. It took about a month to ship out, and I got it at a lot lower price than what they have advertised currently. And this is pretty much what you can expect, a bubble wrapped M1 carbine. The wood looks okay. There's a big gouge missing out of the front of that. But everything else in the stock looks pretty good. And there's a cross cannons cartouche. The metal, on the other hand, is pretty bad. I would say the metal on the outside is fair to good. The barrel definitely needed some cleaning. But overall, the lands and grooves are pretty defined in the barrel channel. The insides seem to be pretty good. They just need some cleaning. They look a little dusty. The magazine is heavily cosmolined, so that definitely needs some cleaning as well. As you can see, there's a lot of dust and there's some gunk, and this definitely has been fired. There's some gunpowder residue. But yeah, not as bad as I thought they would be when they come in. I thought it would have a lot more cosmoline and a lot more dried cosmoline, creating a lot of gunk and stiffness. So this is the transitional period M1 carbine from RTI. This is pretty much original condition from the warehouse they came out of Ethiopia. Before that, they may have gotten re-arsenaled, or they may have come straight from the US or straight from some military units. Everything else pretty much looks fine, and we'll have to take it out for a range test. Alright, so let's pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. It really helps out with the growth of the channel so I can bring more videos to you guys. So this M1 carbine from RTI seemed to fire pretty well. Alright, so with the demand of M1 carbines being so high, and RTI having World War II surplus M1 carbines in stock, is it worth the price? There's a few factors here that I think you should take into consideration. So let's look at the pros. These M1 carbines, bore condition, are pretty good. Compared to some of the other M1 carbines out there, or compare it to some of the other rifles that RTI has in stock, a lot of the rifles that RTI has in stock don't have good bores. So it's likely that these M1 carbines were used by USGIs prior to just being stored in Ethiopia. So I think part of the selling point on these M1 carbines from RTI is the history associated with them. They are pretty original. But yeah, overall it seemed to function pretty well just coming from RTI. That would be the pros. Alright, let's look at the cons. Of course, the biggest thing is the outside is just horrendous. It looks like it's fair to good condition. A true collector would probably not want this M1 carbine in their collection. And the price, yeah, that's a pretty big con. I don't think they're worth that much. Close to almost $2,000 for an M1 carbine that's in that condition. Some people are willing to pay that price, which means that they will keep steadily raising their prices as the M1 carbine demand continues throughout the years. When will they run out of M1 carbines? I don't know. That's the other thing. There's only such a limited supply that came out of Ethiopia, and I'm certain that RTI is getting close to the last remaining M1 carbines in their inventory. And the other con is that there's a big fat import mark underneath the barrel. Import marked M1 carbines are probably not as valuable as non-import ones. So there are the pros, there are the cons. In conclusion, I think you have to be the deciding factor. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I'd really like to get your thoughts. I did a poll on Instagram. Here it is. So going along with the value, a guy messaged me from another country in South America and said, hey, that's actually a really good deal compared to what we can get them for over here. Because A, they go for a lot more than that, and B, you have to meet a certain number of requirements to be eligible to own a firearm. So he said it's a pretty good deal for us Americans over here. That's it for the video, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.